Yeah, I hope I'm broadcasting clearly. I've moved back up to the fen zone again. Um, Back in the same spot where I get a good signal. I hope I got a good signal. But I made a phone call today. Yeah. I watch these videos on about archaeology and stuff, and these professor and when there's a professor that's like it's in the same area as what I found, get a hold of him. So I call him up. And, yeah, he's very interested in what I found, described, and everything. And so I've sent him some pictures, and I let him know that. How you doing? How you doing, Jason? Sasha? I don't know which one of you it is. It could be Sasha on Jason's channel there watching me. I doubt it. Um, but I watched. There's a video on YouTube. Marcel Kornfeld uh, on early Paleo Indian lifeways in the High Rockies. Uh, in the High Rockies there. Um, how you doing, H Bird? Steve? um, so I was just on the phone with the Professor Kornfeld for about 20 minutes, probably talking to him about what I found and stuff, and where it's located and stuff. And he wants to come down and see it. And I said, he said, how did you find this stuff? I said, well, I found it searching for Forrest Fenn's treasure. You know who he is, don't you? Oh, yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. Because he's at the University of Wyoming. And so I sent him my pictures, and he'll take a look at them, and there's stuff there it's Holly, okay. um, and so I sent my the pictures I got of stuff, and some it's just crazy. Some of the pictures, that one I had on the cover there. Look, it's that's a woman in a dress. There's a guy up here too. This guy. Here's his legs. But there's something. There might be a couple figures here. I don't know. But that's a woman in a dress from the Ice Age. We're dressed like real Indians, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So I sent him all that, and I showed my big poster thing I'm putting on the back of the RV. You got to get a scraper. Got to have the right scraper that isn't going to damage the RV when I scrape them labels, the old labels off. Any Clovis? This is all Clovis up here. This is all Clovis. They're hugging mammoths. That makes them Clovis or before Clovis. Clovis or older. At least Clovis. I think Clovis is like, what is it, 6,000 to 10,000 years old or something, or 4,000 to 10,000, somewhere in there, So this is more than that. This is ice. This is when there were mammoths still here. Well, I know when I did that. How did I do that? Door hit my elbow. I know the period. I was hoping you'd find some more tools. I just got the one, and I can't find it. I didn't throw it away, so I got to have it here somewhere. I just need to do an overhaul in here and clean things up, throw things away. You can hear Jack munching out he's having his dinner. So, yeah, it was a real good conversation with Professor Kornfeld. And I told him Forrest Fenn would like to have a an honorary degree before he dies. Oh yeah, I know he said that. So maybe if Kornfeld likes what I found, that Forrest sent his sent my treasure. You know, the treasure hunt was to find all this. This art is this ancient archaeology is the treasure. This treasure's old, very old. It's older than LeBlanc's treasure even, but LeBlanc's is another. There's lots of other treasures around here, I guess. Albert Brown is supposedly hidden treasure around here too. That's who the lake's named after. Getting things out of the way, the doggies. I don't know what I did with touch the phone, man. And he goes, "Oh, you're done?" No. George Frisson. Also, yeah. I think I watched one of George. I watched that video, but I watched. I put a link for George Frisson's video. I'm the one that shared that link. But this guy, I think he'll enjoy it. And I've got plenty of it. You know, Moses and the Avatar face and the masterpiece one and the Clovis stone, the giant 6-foot Clovis point. And yeah, I sent him the dinosaurs too. They hunted dinosaurs on them. They rode the mammoth and hunted the dinosaurs. That's what the spear points were for. They were for killing the the dinosaurs. Used to run around. What was it? He said there was that giant birds or whatever that were running around. Maybe they weren't giant birds. They were just dinosaurs. They've got the wrong heads on them. So, anything new? Let's see. There's another rather large treasure in the same area we're searching. Yep. And somebody had pointed, well, it's follow Bill Gorman, and man, he couldn't have gone up there. He was thinking above Treasure Falls, climbing up there and stuff, or so, I don't know what he was thinking, but I mean that's yeah. I mean, and he never even made it to No Place for the Meek. And then you got to find the heavy loads in the water high. And then you got to find the wood, you know. So he just his search was incomplete. He hadn't reached the end of the rainbow. He hadn't even gone over the rainbow. It's over the rainbow, and at the other end. So if you're at this end of the rainbow, to get to this end of the rainbow, you got to go this way. Yeah. So, follow the light. So, anything else? Nobody saying anything. It's the same area we're searching. Yeah. There's a few people who have seen my area, I know about three people that have seen some of the stuff. And they agree with me that the stuff's there. So, you know, when you see it in person, so jolly. Yeah, the jolly is the helicopter, and the jolly picture, and you know the other thing he mentions. There's an artist, Long John, whatever, in one of the Taos artists or something. and is Long John, or are you talking about Long John something? But what he's hinting at is Long John Silver. And when he mentions Treasure Island, he's hinting at Long John Silver. And Captain Kidd, Long John Silver was the other pirate movie. On uh, was it Treasure Island? Yeah, I think that was on Treasure Island. Which one's Long John Silver? Yeah. But a subtle hint is not a direct. A direct hint is Captain Kidd. The subtle hint is Long John Silver's the other pirate movie. The pirate movies you watched when he was a kid. So, or when he was a young teenager or whatever. And the other, when he was age 12, he found the arrowhead. He says, think about when I was age 12 to help find it. Think about him at age 12. Well, that's him sleeping at the desk with Miss Ford there, 7th grade. Age 12, you're usually in 7th grade. But and the cemetery was maybe a block from the. How far was the cemetery from the school when he slipped down the slide? Did he go to the cemetery again? Is it a block away and stuff? And I'm looking at him underneath the gypsy trailer. There's 4 gypsy trailers. The ones on the outside have a rippled omegas in the ends of them. There's 4 gypsy trailers, and there's 4 marbles in the marble match. There's 3 you see in the middle, but there's 1 in his hand too. So there's 4 marbles in there. So I've got a. So there's going to be. So I'm thinking there's going to be a group of 3 in a triangle set up, something like that, and it's one of those, or there's 3 wagons, and under one of them, kind of. I don't want to. I get too close to saying things I shouldn't say. But yeah, I'm up on the. I went up 1,200 feet higher than I was earlier this morning, and the RV did pretty good coming up here. And it rained real good last night, so I didn't have a big dust trail dusting my car out behind the RV. If you're RVing, pulling a car, and you going down a dirt road for any distance, it's best to go down it right after it rains, because it gets all the dust down, and because if you tow your car down a dirt road, it'll fill your radiator up with dirt. and your air vents and all that will fill with dirt. And you turn on your fan, and all the dirt blows out of the vents in your face. West of Toledo. Yeah. There was Fenn's Ice Cream, I think, was out there, isn't that? Is Fenn's Ice Cream 300 miles from Toledo, or is it less? There was a video. They dug up they were doing construction or something, and they dug into some old downtown or something, and there was Fenn's Ice Cream Parlor was down there. There's a video on YouTube. I think I shared it somewhere. So dinosaur. No, it's not near dinosaur. Nowhere near. Dinosaurs in a desert. That's like my other area I was just at researching. That's kind of a desert. It's on the edge of the desert and the forest, but it's more desert. But there's a lot of interesting stuff there. Forrest said it's not in the forest. I mean it's not in the desert. He says not in the desert. So that's what he was talking about, that big desert up in Wyoming. And it comes down, it includes dinosaur. It's part of that desert there. And it's like Flaming Gorge. That's desert also, you know? It's not, it's in a forest. You're going to have trees. It's, yeah, where the Jolly picked him up. I don't know where the Jolly, I think I'm pretty sure about where the Jolly picked him up. And it's just, if it's where I think it is, then I'll probably go there at night because I might have to dig a little bit. I think it's, I don't think it's deep. Buried is like maybe he only covered it or something, you know. But it might be just a couple inches down, might be a foot. But I'm going to use my metal detector in this spot, and if it's there, then I'll dig it at night. There's not going to be anybody going to check on you, and I ain't digging no 30-foot hole like that other guy. Oh, 15 feet deep and 30 feet across. He was heading for freaking China. I think it's covered with dirt. Or rocks. 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 Dirt and rocks. Yeah, and when I came up here, it said, watch for the wildlife and rocks. I know all the rocks personally. They're not going to bother me. and I'm back where I was, where the cows crapped on the fire pit. But it's dried out now, so I can shovel it in there and use it for fire starter, you know? That stuff burns. You know. You can start your campfire with cow poop. I wonder if the cows are still up here. They bring them up here to graze at a certain time of year, but they're not up here all. They're not up here in the winter. There's a yurt up here on the hill, and people come up this road on snowmobiles in the winter to get to the yurt, and because you can you know, it's like a vacation place. People go there in the winter on snowmobiles and stay at the yurt. Something on my screen. There, off my screen. Starlight. Yes, I'm going to start naming them. New boots on the ground. Next boots on the ground. You're curious the names of the treasures. If you know names of these treasures, or these it's whatever I want to call them. These sculptures I found. Yeah, I got a name. They're not published. The only names they have are the ones I give them. Oh, I never heard of that. Pick your state. Yeah, pick your state. My state is Colorado. So yeah, I should be here. Fenn's. He's the book signer on the 6th. The only reason I don't like going to those things is the other, you know, the people that give me hell and think I'm not talking to, you know. Yeah. You gotta trim that, right? Gotta get the beard to match the hair there now. Or the hair to match the beard. Um, what else? You got anything else? I can open a book here and tell you what. I've got highlight. I just open it around the place. And good thing. Uh, Okay. I'll just read it instead of reading it and then deciding if I'm going to read it. Many professional soldiers who have been in the throes of life or death experience may be forever branded by an incident, although it may have lasted only a minute or two. Later in one's revere, those memories can come sparkling back when ignited by something innocently said or something thought. If you see a warrior staring off quietly, move away. Watch out. Where's my ding? Get a pesky fly here. But then he says, so it is with me now as I sit here past midnight alone, only with myself to know. I remember how it was at Tui Ho on the South China Sea in Vietnam, So I want to know if that would be the one while he was, he's sitting there on the South China, how it was on the South China Sea. That's not where he got shot down, though. You'd think that those memories would stick to you a lot harder. But I guess he'd go sit out by the South China Sea on the ocean, too, and probably watch waves or whatever. We do that and live on the coast in California, Oregon, and stuff. And you go out and watch the sunset and the waves. And so yeah, I think he was talking a little bit about I thought he was talking a little bit PTSD stuff, you know. So they'll forget where they're at. Nice surf fishing. Suave. Thanks. Okay, 8 ship sorties in North Vietnam. What's that? Did they land on a ship? No. Ship sorties. But, yeah, I've got a little F-100 plastic one. He signed the box. I ain't auctioned it off or gave it away or nothing. I keep it. The little country farm. I'm reading in Stout-Hearted Men. The little country farm to market roads in the area were short and had many intersections, and it was easy catching a ride in the direction I needed to go. So that night, I slept under a tree with cows grazing all around. It was a threshold moment in my life, but I didn't know it at the time. I've had an experience with cows around too. My son's mother would know what I'm talking about. What are those people doing? Yeah. These are only hint at it. I don't get into the details. I'm talking about someone else. Their details. And Yeah, he said he didn't go. He didn't go to Yale or Harvard or uh, Georgetown. Those are three mountains right across from Buena Vista in Colorado. It's the Collegiate Peaks. They're named after universities. He didn't go there, so um, there was a hint at probably not up on the mountains. I figured, I took it that far, not up there. And I hiked up and camped at 11,000 feet. That was, I think before he did the 10,200 thing. And then he said 10,000. Well, I ain't back up there again. That was a hell of a hike getting up there. Hinting at the pony. Look, pony. And you got a pony. You got elephants, mammoths. Golden Moor. And he talks about his treasure and stuff, and it's hidden in the mountains. It's hidden in plain sight. If it's this archaeology, it's hidden in plain sight, and it's all over the place. And I've got more than anybody. I take pictures of them. Like I'll get a picture in the morning, and a picture in the afternoon, and a picture before sunset, and all that way. You got light on it in different angles and stuff. Just seeing the live stream now. Yeah. It's only been on 26 minutes. Yeah. This is my bookmark I got at the Black Canyon. And they see those markings on the canyon wall over on the other side? Those light color markings? They say those are dragons. Okay, if those are dragons, my mammoths are a lot more of a mammoth than those are dragons. If I look at it, I might find some elephants in there. And I think so. Maybe they telling people they're dragons to cover up the rest of what's there. I'm going to have to go back to the Black Canyon and get more pictures. But you look at the poem. So why is I must go and leave my trove for all to seek? Trove. Why does he not say treasure or treasure chest? He says trove. He talks about the treasure chest, and then in the poem he says trove. He says treasures to seek. There's some things you seek that you have to be earned. Like maybe you seek a college degree, you got to earn it. I think Forrest Fenn's earned his. Over there by the Black Canyon. No, I only went up to the Black Canyon, back to my RV, and then I drove to Buena Vista or Salida and set up camp. But if you ever go that road that goes from the highway, I guess it's 50, comes from Grand Junction down to Montrose in an RV or something, watch it. Don't do like 40, 45 in some of the spot, because there's bumps in the road that your RV will get airborne. The bumps are really bad on 50 between Montrose and Grand Junction. Or was that Gus? I don't know. So many towns everywhere. My binding on my book is coming apart. Can I put some glue in there? Yeah, glue right there. But yeah, there's somebody else. Oh, I was gonna say, Paul was talking about, oh, the call talking about omegas and stuff. And it's like I talked about the omegas a long time ago, and I've been saying that the elephants are omegas, and you got two elephants side by side. They're omegas, right? They're megafaunas, omega fauna. They're the giants, the big ones, and if you don't see two giant elephants up there and Moses standing in between them, it takes an omnificent guru to find that. And I ain't seen nobody else come up with a picture of Moses. Took his picture a year ago. I'm in the shade. Sun's gone behind the trees, or behind the hill. Where is it? Yep, it's just going behind the hill. So, sunset for me. As if I parked a few feet back, I probably still got a little light on the roof. But last night, just from solar power, my computer was on until 2 in the morning. I turned the computer off, and I still had AC running. So I'm doing okay on the batteries I got right now. I don't have that extra 200 pounds of load. And I think Jack's stuck. Let's see if Jack is stuck. Are you stuck, Jack? No, he's not stuck. Yeah. Phew. Isn't that? Almost, Jack. A little more. Just out of reach. So yeah, it's nice up here. Oh. My awning, it's on the end. I just bought that awning last year, and where the two different colors of fabric come together, the threads are coming out, and oh geez, I guess I got to do hot glue and stitches. I think that'll be the best remedy. Jack? Huh? You gonna let me have it? He's a fun dog. Yeah, see, he just walked across that cow poop. And there's a big feather, something. A bird met his end here or something. There's a big cow poop. Somebody drove over it, flattened that one. They put tire treads in it. Those aren't my tracks. Those aren't my kind of tires. the people coming down the hill over there, and that's Fenn Mountain there, the F Mountain, and anybody saying, "Hey Jack, you move?" Yeah, yeah. This is what I said. I'm back up in the treasure zone area. So. Yeah, it's still, my car is still right behind the where I towed it in here. You know, got it all unhooked though. And I got to clean this off. I want to get that off. I want to get that poster on there, man. It's going to look good when I get my poster up there. See? Adventurer. Yeah, that's going away. This is, if you look at this, see this stuff's really dry. This is cracks. It needs to be recovered. So I'm going to start with that one, and I'm going to design and cover the whole. Eventually, cover the whole RV, maybe, unless I get find the treasure. Then I'll get a new RV. A lot newer, not new. You don't buy them new. No. People buy them new, learn when they go to sell them that, your your $200,000 RV, you can only find people that can get together maybe 70,000 for it, and like mine, it was 125,000 in year 2000 when it was new. It was 125,000, and I bought it for 16,000 when it was 13 years old. So it lost $100 and something thousand in 10 or a dozen years. What you doing, Jack? Tearing your toy up? He says, throw it again. Throw it again. I expected to. Okay. Well, I got to plug this phone in, or I'm gonna lose my battery. I soldered this two speaker. I went and got my soldering iron, but I guess I didn't have any solder in my box. So I got to find some solder. And because the little jack in the cheapy Bluetooth speaker, the jack inside the speaker broke off the PC board. So I take an old USB cord and got the end off, and I got the red and black wire there, and I was going to solder them onto the little PC board, and then there's no jack. You just plug in the big USB end, and you got power, and you don't have that little micro USB piece of crap. The problem's all their micro soldering and all that. You don't use a tiny drop of solder on to hold the connector on. You got to anchor it down some other way. Come on, China. The things should have had little things that go through the board and solder it down hard to the board, but they're so loose and it just breaks off. Hey, Bill, where are you getting that treasure? I'm gonna. It's a couple miles down the road here. It's just around the corner. I could even go down there this evening and take a look. Um, I'm expecting it to be a little cooler here because I'm about 1,200 feet higher than I was last night. They got excellent spot on a little peninsula on top of a hill, and above the canyon. The creek goes by here, and then it goes down past all this stuff. Hope all is well. Hopewell's down in New Mexico. This is Treasure Mountain. Yeah, my first search, I searched it at Hopewell. I camped near Three Rocks, or Trace Pedras. There's Three Rocks. Same thing, you know. If you go over to France, it's oh yeah, here it is in French and here it is in English. Okay, why not when I go to New Mexico? Here it is in Spanish and here it is in English. They gotta tell me that that's Three Rocks. I don't need or La Madera is the wood. You know, uh, that's exactly what it translates into. La Madera, La Marada, La Madera, I think it is. Yeah, that means the wood, but it's not that wood. Wood is art, according to Eric Sloan. Wood grain and all that's art. Wood is when you go in the art gallery, the art is in the wood frames. It's time has come to get it. Shut down the naysayers. Yeah, yeah, I know. Um, yeah, I go look. I find these targets and shoot, it's not there, not there. So if he, I think when he slipped, I find him sleeping at the desk with the teacher standing there, and I look under the desk and all that wasn't it's too easy. That wasn't that was it wasn't very hard to get there, but it wasn't easy as pie either. You know, it's just a little bit of work to get there. And you have to take the right route or it's difficult. They're a hard way in there and an easy way there. But, I got there and wasn't there. Not there. It's not down below. Not at the bottom of the fire escape. And so, the cemetery, if you go to Temple, Texas, the junior high school's on the other side of the cemetery from his house. So the cemetery's another a block away again, you know. So he slid out there and went to the cemetery, or he'd go out and play marbles or whatever. And most of them were playing marbles. I remember walking to school and behind the donut shop, behind the strip mall, the wall of the back of the strip mall, they were tossing coins and stuff like that. I think they flipped the coin to whoever's closest to the wall or something wins something. I don't know. Remember, it's the wood and all the Arizona books are awesome. Yeah, I have a. Isn't that quick? Yeah. And he has there you go. There's the wood. The wood. It's all art. It's patterns and designs and different. Eric Sloan considered wood to be art. Anything made of wood was art. It was done by a craftsman. Oh, I haven't picked up my floor yet from the drive. Things fall off on the floor. You got to make sure that the sugar jar is closed and anything that can fall off the counter that can break is not on the counter. Again, my coffee pot, teapot, I got the handle hooked on one of the drawers. White triangle marbles. When you got three, set it in a triangle. Just do follow the dot. 3 marbles. That's a triangle. Triangle's a Greek symbol too, like the omega, and it's one of the I don't know which one it is. 2. I've gotten all his books ordered at the library except 2. They couldn't find because they had a print. Oh, his other books to go look at the library. Cool. Trail marker. Yeah, signs. A blaze is a sign. He said there's 10 billion blazes out there. Good luck. 10 billion blazes. There's pieces of ancient history or signs. Even the signs on the road can be part of his hunt. No luck at my local forest. Yeah. Yep. I don't even know. You check JSTORs and stuff? I haven't checked that. Man, well, I went to the University of Oregon in Eugene, man. They got an awesome library. Their library is like 4 or 5 stories, and there's just racks and racks and racks and racks of books, and like the section on Old West, there's stuff on Cody and Buffalo Bill's book. Yeah, I got to look up that picture because I took a picture of that long before I ever knew about Forrest Fenn's. His Wild West book or what, Buffalo. But they had that at the University of Oregon in Eugene. I think I took a picture of it. I don't know if I can find it. It was way back when I was going to the University of Oregon 8 years ago. There. That would have been. Yeah, I'd have to remember when I took those pictures. As I have pictures from way back. Yeah, there's my HP computer. Man, I'll show you that. I think I got fed up with the HP computer. And yeah, that's what 12 gauge does to it. Yeah. It's telling me for faster charge, plug in a Samsung. So I unplugged the phone. Yeah. See. I thought I switched it around. I did. Unplug it, plug it back in, and then it's on fast charge. Oh, okay, yeah, you did plug in the other. Yeah, it was plugged in the first place. Why is this phone so stupid? 7 hours to charge. It's like, plug in your Samsung charger. I just unplugged it, plugged it. Oh, thank you, found fast charge. Hey, how you doing, Dak? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that was a computer. I was looking for my picture. I ain't gonna find it. From the library when I went to the University of Oregon, and I found the books on Cody's books on the Wild West. Oop, was that it? No, that was. Roswell. So yeah, it was before Roswell. Oh. Um, oh, oh, my Dead Man's Hand paperback. Yeah, and I think I shared a picture of it on Facebook. Of it, I can find it in my posts probably. Cody, no, posts by me. Oh, there's the horses. Gotta go back a ways. No, I can't find it that way. But I got my pictures from the Buffalo Bill Museum. I went there 2007 and went around all over. I had I was doing on-call repair work on flat screen TVs and stuff. I was doing warranty stuff for Samsung and LG and Vizio, and they'd have to go change boards on flat panel TVs and stuff and fix them for people and fix computers and so I had some service calls that were in Cody and Yellowstone, and had to go replace a screen on a Dell in Yellowstone for a Ranger there, and Frontier Rakers paperback. Yeah, so my news today was that, talking to I talked to I gotta look at his name to get it right. Talked to Professor Kornfeld. It's a unusual name. So I was like, okay, I gotta make sure I get it right here. Yeah, yeah. He's in anthropology at the University of Wyoming. But and he went to the University of New Mexico, and got his BA in 1974. That'd make him probably about 6 years older than me, at least. So he's probably 66 or so. But you got a video. You can watch his video on YouTube. It's Marcel Kornfeld at Saturday U. Early Paleo Indian Lifeways in the High Rockies. So you probably find his video there. It's been online for 3 years. Posted 3 years ago. I found that by watching the other videos for archaeologists and stuff, and I follow some of these channels, and boom, it shows up in my thing because it's something I'm interested in, Watch, I'm looking where the sun up here is solar power and stuff. That's one thing up in the mountain, you lose your solar power a little earlier in the day because of the mountains. But I got gas and oil for my generator. I got to get a new thing. I found a place where you can buy the two-stroke oil by the gallon. You go to Walmart and they'll try and sell you. It's like that'll treat 1 gallon of gas. I don't want that little. I'd have to buy one for each time I run a generator, probably 3 of those a week, And the one I use, the gallon, you buy a gallon, it lasts a year. And, I'm hoping I can find some place I can plug in my RV this winter or something, An adapter, you just unplug a dryer and plug it in a dryer outlet, or and they really run on solar power. My solar adds to it all the time, and when even when you turn on the inverter, it goes it it uses the batteries and the from the sun and the so it doesn't use as much off of a power line. And if I can run all my stuff off of solar panels, I ain't using much electricity. um, I do only have my computer on. I have my extra. I got a 26-inch monitor, or is it 24-inch monitor? I think. Yeah, that I can plug into my laptop and have an extra screen. But it just the battery, it just drains battery way down because it's 65 watts. My laptop's 65 watts, and I don't have much more to say. Hey, how did you get your just? I went to federal court for it. I had to, I had my hearing and stuff, and then I sued them, and I got another hearing, and yeah, I was born messed up. I was March of Dimes baby. My back is screwed up. um, I do this treasure hunting for exercise to help. Otherwise, I'd probably end up in a wheelchair or something. Yeah, and I got lupus. I got to inject my vitamin B12. Um, see, that's how I get my vitamin B12. It comes in a little vial. I gotta stick it in my leg once a month because my system doesn't absorb it. And my doctor's just ignorant. One doctor tells you, "Oh, you're gonna need this test and that test," and then when you go back to your doctor to tell your doctor, "Oh, the other doctor said I need this and this," nothing happens. Nothing happens. And my I've been complaining about my left shoulder to him and my right ankle, or my right shoulder and my left ankle, and then they didn't do anything, and then my right ankle and my left shoulder started giving me this. There's something going on there too. And my doctor's just sitting on her hands. It just pisses me off, like they said, well, we'll do operate on your ankles and stabilize your ankles, and we'll do the right one first, and then we'll do the left. Well, they did the right one, they never did the left one. I know a lot of people around me have lupus. Yeah, they won't call it lupus, but it's all autoimmune. Yeah, I get reactions from and your muscles get real cramped up and stuff, and that's the one thing they give me quinine at least, and that helps with the muscle cramping and stuff. Contacts out there. I've been in touch with the senator here, Gardner, and yeah, he's they their constituent they have no power basically. Even Congress tells the FBI turn it over. We don't have to. Yes, you do. You got to turn it over without it all crossed off to Congress. They're the ones that make the laws, and they're going to make laws that that will fire these people instantly when they refuse to obey an order from Congress, you know? Or is going to get his ass ringed tomorrow. Rock on a bit. rough. The congressman, take care of it. Yeah. No, if you got one of them helping you out, then the others, well, you already got, you know, they don't want you having more than one of them helping you out. But Donald Trump followed me on Gab. I got followed by the real Donald Trump. Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, see. Wow. Notifications. Well, what's he doing? I parked far enough from the fire pit that he won't get his leash wrapped around it. State. What's state? What about state? Yeah. I just sent the professor probably 60 pictures. 500 miles east of Santa Fe. That's desert. That's boonies. Rockhound. I know. 500 miles east of Santa Fe. That's like Oklahoma, right? That Oklahoma or Texas, Wichita Falls. Is it Wichita Falls? Yeah, up there. I've done that road. I went through from Amarillo down to Dallas on that highway that goes through Childress and stuff. And had a flat tire in Childress and had to fix it in the parking lot of Walmart. And met some people, you know. Guy helped me out with getting it fixed up and all that, and you know, we friended on Facebook and all, but it turned out, you know, then later it was, you know, just trying to get me involved with some criminal stuff that I don't get involved with criminal stuff. You know what I mean? No way. No, I'm not driving you somewhere to take something from here to there or nothing. No way. Oh, dang. I gotta let Jack in. What's your problem? He was just hung up on a rock. I just yank it and it come out from under the rock. How do you do? On me clue. Me clue. What me clue? I don't. Yeah, sometimes people shorten their little statement up so much that you don't know what they're asking you. Two or so. I'm going to fix my get my drone charged up and stuff, and I'm afraid to put my GoPro on my drone because my drone is destroyed 2 of the batteries that go on it. That was after the first drone caught on fire. I got another one, and then it destroyed 2 batteries. and it's doing funky things to the GoPro. And the GoPro, you got to reset everything out, and it's like every time I hook up the GoPro to that drone tries to kill the GoPro. So I'm afraid to use the damn thing, you know. And I decided, well, the only way I'm going to use that drone is with my 360 camera. And what I do is I got a thing that I hang it underneath the drone, and it's on a wire, and it hangs down below the drone. And you got to fly by where you see it because you don't have a heads up. But I might take this cheap Chinese camera because it has a HDMI on it, and I can put it on the drone, and then I can get the live view from this cheap Chinese camera instead of a GoPro and see where I'm flying, you know. But so I don't have a heads up view. The only way I trust it to fly, because I don't want it to destroy a $400 GoPro. You know, $200 drone destroy your $400 GoPro. And I can't afford a Mavic 2, you know. Mavic 2 Pro would be nice. Somebody send me a Mavic 2 Pro. P.O. Box 291, Del Norte, 81132. I can use a Mavic Pro. I might trust them. And then the drone company, you tell them, hey, you know, I got 2 batteries that are on warranty. I got, you know, the drone on warranty. Either the drone's screwing up the batteries, or why 2 batteries? It has to be the drone doing it to them, you know. And all your batteries, you know, needs replaced. Because I just got it. This thing's only been used 3 times. Oh, I get sick of buying cheap Chinese crap. I'll be glad when things are made over here again, and we get some quality instead of the garbage that comes out of China. Print what? Okay. Oh, yeah, here. Print what? Print what? I don't know what you want me to print. I gotta plug in my printer to print. Well, just printing something. I have to show it to you on the screen, right? I got my there's my jelly bean jar. I like to eat them jelly beans. Good snack. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. I had corn dogs, or not corn dogs, chili dogs last night. Man, I'm down to a week till payday. That's P.O. Box 291. Del Norte, Colorado, 81132. Oh, loading notifications. Yeah, someday. Oh, yeah, I just did. Wow. So, yeah, I think I'm about done. I'm gonna fix something to eat and pick up my floor from driving. Name Bill Gorman. It's just like my YouTube channel. Well, so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a fake name like Jimmy Fast or. I mean, they gotta have fake names because so that they can be little jerks and nobody knows who they are. What do you got, Jack? There's something in there? Okay. Well, you have a good one. I'm having to check out because I'm getting boring. Click. Sam Martin. Okay, question mark. Later. Have a good one, Jason. Yeah, Jason knows what I've seen. Jason's one of the people that know. He's seen what I see. And yeah, the dog just dragged a water bottle outside, so I got to go get that from him. And I got to get some dinner cooking. Talk to you later.